Welcome. This is Mary Fish with Stampin' Pretty and StampinPretty.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to share with you oodles of sneak peeks from the Stampin' Up! 2017 to 2018 annual catalog. You're getting a look at the cover of the catalog, but we can't share the inside of it just yet. But I promise you, I'm going to tempt you with many new products. Now and over the next few months. But this is what I have currently. I think one of the things people look at with the most anticipation would be the new in colors. We rotate in 5 new, fresh, trendy colors every year. And this year we have Lemon Lime Twist, Powder Pink, Tranquil Tide, Fresh Fig, Berry Burst. Aren't they just gorgeous? And look how beautiful they look together. I've got the markers. Everything's going to coordinate beautifully. I've got an assortment pack of cardstock so you can see. Just imagine these with neutrals or that beautiful lemon lime for something modern with blacks and grays. So many possibilities and definitely different than other things that we have in our collection. Then Stampin' Up! Has designed some coordinating 12 by 12 patterned paper that go with all of these in colors, and it's just yummy and lovely with some consistent patterns, soft, pretty, and one key thing is that it no longer has the adhesive on the end, so you don't end up with sort of that gunky finish that I know some of us aren't always so crazy about. So I'm going to move on to a collection that I'm personally super excited about, and that's the daisies. This is the Delightful Daisy designer series paper. Super cute, very fresh. I love it for summer and beyond. You can see some of the images are more modern, some are more watercolored looking. And then we've got Hooray, an awesome daisy punch. And of course, it will be bundled. When you purchase the stamp set and the punch together, you'll save 10%. This is the Daisy Delight stamp set that's coordinated to work with everything. And then Stampin' Up! Didn't stop there. We've got a whole suite of products. This is beautiful. Daffodil Delight crisscross ribbon. I just love that soft little crisscross. More like a cross stitch. And then new embellishments. These are the gold faceted gems, and these are the clear faceted gems that are, of course, perfect for the center of your big bold daisy. And this is a quick card that we made, a make and take from our Stampin' Up! San Diego event, and I loved using these new products. I'm going to continue with the next suite is Woodwards stamp set. And I have some samples for you as well. And then there is a coordinating wood crate die set. Now the die set is going to come in a little container like this, like all of our dies and framelits do. But I put them on Stampin' Storage heavy duty magnetic sheets. This is a 6x7, and then I label it wood crate, that's the name, and then that there are 6 in case anybody goes AWOL, I can find them again. So this is all designed to work together. And if you're asking, well, what does the wood crate look like? I'm going to show you. We made a sample. It's just oh so cute. It's this tiny little crate. It requires a pass-through on the Big Shot die twice, and then you just adhere the 2 pieces together. And then this is the little note card that you could stick inside with a treat. Here's some of the other examples using some of the other stamps. I just love kind of its rusticness, but it still feels fresh and modern to me. And speaking of fresh and modern is this 6x6 paper. I think it's called Wood Crate, and of course I'm still learning all the names, but look at these really super cool 6x6 designs. Really organic. This is very much trending right now. These very more photographic looks. And I think it's just awesome. A little bit rustic and super cool. And then of course we've got more patterns on the back side. And then another addition that I love is this copper trim. Okay, it's like ribbon. It's easy to tie. If you hadn't noticed, on my little crate, I have it tied. Super easy to work with. Beautiful with our other copper accessories. Again, really, really on trend and gorgeous. We also have an Eastern Palaces suite. Again, we have a bundle, so 10% off when you buy the stamp set, which is photopolymer, as well as, and the stamp set's called Eastern Beauty, and then the Eastern Medallions Thinlits dies. Gorgeous flowers that you can mix and match and layer, and there's some additional super cool pieces, and they coordinate with many of the stamps. And then to really give it that Eastern flair, there's some fun tassels you can embellish with. We also are offering, and I've seen some samples that are amazing, Eastern Gold vinyl stickers. I hope you can see those okay. But they're great for either making the focus of a card or something, just a little piece off to the side. Really pretty. Huge, huge announcement. We now have thick, very vanilla cardstock. I was thrilled when we got the thick Whisper White. We now have the very vanilla, which means you can create card bases that are a little stronger. And I use a lot of vanilla and white, so this is super good news to me. And then there is coordinating paper called Eastern Palaces. I'll just give you a quick little look, but just see how everything coordinates so beautifully. You'll see some of the new colors in here as well. Isn't that lovely? And then it culminates with this lovely shiny gold piece. That's what makes it a specialty paper from Stampin' Up. Next I have, again, another bundle. I love punches, and Stampin' Up! Has a new label punch that looks like this. And of course, a pretty little stamp set called Label Me Pretty that coordinates with the label. Really cute, fun for dressing up treats, dressing up a card, quick and easy. Again, I'm a huge fan of punches, so I was excited to see that. I've got oodles of some others, just plain stamp sets, and I've got more product suites to come. This is Ribbon of Courage. It's my friend Patty Bennett's $1 Million stamp set. Gorgeous stamp set with lots of, not only can you honor someone who has had cancer or make a statement about how strongly you feel about finding cures for cancer and above, but it has many multi-purpose stamps in it that you can use. Love it. And then here is another one that I actually won. It's called Bike Ride. Lots of little pieces. Can you see how even this little dog, he has a solid piece to stamp his lower portion, a solid piece to stamp his face, as well as even a little place you can stamp his scarf. So all of these can be layered really easily. Beautiful photopolymer, makes me happy. And there just might be a die set that goes with that. Wouldn't that be fun? Here's another stamp set. Great, versatile, lots and lots of sentiments, especially if you're newer or you just love a lot of tiny little tags. This is called the Tabs for Everything stamp set. And then this is one of the host sets that I had the opportunity to purchase in advance. It's called In the City. I cannot wait to do just a modern little skyscape. You can again layer the plane with a solid. There's the solid part of the plane, and you lay it over the darker image. A limousine, a stork. So many fun little kind of retro-y looks that I think are a blast. Then we've got Color Theory. This is a new and I believe fairly unique, although correct me if I'm wrong, concept and idea. Here's the card that we made based on the Color Theory suite. The core is this Colorful Seasons stamp set. It's photopolymer. It's actually 2 sheets. Gorgeous font. Gorgeous font. And then stamps that coordinate with these and that was called Colorful Seasons. I don't think I mentioned that. And this is the Seasonal Layers Thinlits dies. I haven't put them on their magnetic sheet yet. I just got these. I think my favorite part is this little chair. that you can die cut, but then it has things for year round. It has a beautiful branch that you can use for spring and cherry blossoms and beyond, and a leaf and snowflakes and fall leaves and summer flowers. So really versatile, and it even has this super cool edging that you can use for your pretty paper crafts. And they're also releasing 3 colors in this Color Theory suite of its mini chevron ribbon. I've got olive, I've got to remember, Bermuda Bay, and then crushed curry. Let me make sure this is Bermuda Bay. Yes, Bermuda Bay. So everything coordinates. Lovely, really cute, easy to work with. I love these fine ribbons that are super easy to work with. New, again, coordinating. That's what Stampin' Up! Does so well. Glimmer dots. Talk about adding just the perfect amount of coordinated bling. And then here is a 6x6 stack of paper in the Color Theory collection. I think it's actually called the Color Theory Designer Series Paper Stack. I love 6x6s. As I showed you before, this is not adhered together. These are all loose, which I think people really wanted to see that change happen. So let me just show you. You can see the colors very briefly. But the top one is almost like a paint swatch. The back side is like a, I'm going to call it cracked paint. Then there's a real subtle ombre. Then there is a more divided ombre. And then, of course, the back side is more of a subtle cracked. And then this is sort of the happy medium of that cracked paint look. And they have that in all of the colors that are in this particular Color Theory suite. Love it. This, I hope you just go bananas over. First of all, this is a new stamp set that I think coordinates with this suite. So I wanted to show it to you. It's called Crafting Forever. Crafting Forever Housework Whenever. I mean, that is just so cool. And I love, this is super on trend right now, just having lots of artful supplies nearby. And I think this stamp set does it beautifully. And then this particular suite has the Places and Patterns stamp set. Could anything be cuter than that little bear and that sweet dinosaur? I mean, this works for both children as well as brings a smile to any adult. And I think my absolute favorite part is this paper. I love, look how modern and cute this is. I've got this fun stripe on the back side of each one of these has the front and the back. So I'm showing you the front and then the back. A nice floral, colorful, modern, little toadstools that couldn't possibly be cuter. Here's just a nice kind of brass cloth look. Here are those artful stamps that I just showed you a minute ago. Okay, definitely can use all of this together because it just feels so fresh and artistic. Love that black and white pattern. Ooh, you can hear the birds outside. These possibly are the cutest little prehistoric guys I have ever seen. Love them. And then the back side is fun. And this little Woodlands may be my absolute favorite with the bear. Oh, come on, look at that little moose. I think that's just super cute. So this is, in my opinion, one of the must-haves. I want to just quick check and see the name. It's called Pick a Pattern Designer Series Paper, and you saw how it coordinates with things. Then I've got another bundle for you. I'm going to show you the stamp set first. It's called Lovely Friends. You Make Me Ridiculously Happy. Good friends are hard to find. I love that there's big and bold as well as some smaller ones. And this is all in photopolymer, so super easy to place. Okay, and then they've got little ways to accentuate around the sentiment or create a label. And then we have Lovely Laurel Thinlits dies. And you can do this beautiful laurel. Think spring, think holiday, think fall. I mean, it's really beautiful year-round. And then there's like a little label that you can crop with and additional banners. They actually fold and bend and pop up off the paper. Super cool. And those, again, work with the Lovely Friends stamp set and will be 10% off when you purchase them together. Another coordinating stamp set and die set is this lovely inside and out stamp set. Great big bold hugs, friend, and lovely. And they coordinate with these amazing, I love words that are die cut. So I'm going to pull one of these off of here for you. So you can see the flip side. Hopefully it won't fight me too bad. This one says hugs. We're looking at it upside down, and when you crop it, it will say H-U-G-S. And you can certainly use it independent of this if you cut very, very, very carefully. It can be done. But we, again, have the same thing you have on the stamp set, hugs, friend, and lovely. So, again, I love the shapes. I just think it'll be fun to kind of mix and match with other Stampin' Up! Circles, hearts, and ovals to make some really, really pretty cards with strong messages. One of the sweets that I think people were oohing and eyeing over the most was this birthday delivery suite. This is the stamp set. A lot of people use the word or refer to golden books. The books that we grew up with, I'm sure they're probably still around. They were around when my daughter was a wee one. But it has that really awesome nostalgic flair. So here are the stamps that coordinate. They're actually larger than this. I'll show you really quickly. They're much larger. See, the fox is much larger than what's on the front. So it's definitely got some super cool ideas. And it has, I should not skip ahead. This is the die set that coordinates with so many of those fun characters. It's called Birthday Friends Framelits Dies. And it allowed me to actually go to the designer series paper, but it also works with the stamp set. And actually crop right from the designer series paper. And this is a sample, probably my favorite make and take that we had. This is one of the dies, and then the fox is another die. And I literally just cropped it straight from the paper. And the paper, I'm going to do a double check, is called Birthday Memories. Isn't that just fun? Look at this stripe. Prezzies, polka dots. Cutest little girl. Fun, I love that soft white on red. There's the poodle. Again, super nostalgic for those of us that were around and kind of, I guess I would say, sort of Mad Men feel. Birthday cakes. I love the little chef. I hope you saw the little chef. He's all over this yummy piece. And then this is the piece that we actually cropped directly. And again, smart call by Stampin' Up! To create paper as well as dies and stamps that all coordinate together. There's also even a ribbon. Let me peel this off for you. Look at that. Isn't that sweet how it's got that little Pacific Point detail on the edges? I just think that is so cute. And again, everything coordinates together. And last but not least, there are little pop-up balloons that you can use on your cards. Oh, this is a brand new one. And they'll fold up and give you some awesome 3D dimension. I love 3D like that for like treats and goodies so that they won't be flattened by an envelope, right? And then last, I have two, again, coordinating stamps and dies. The first one is marvelous. Can you say Fontalicious? Because I think this is just Fontalicious. This is Happy Birthday. It's one big, bold, beautiful die cut. I love that. And then we've got a stamp set, photopolymer, which is my absolute favorite, with everything you could possibly want relating to birthdays. It's called Happy Birthday Gorgeous. So you can see it's going to coordinate with the balloon punch and some other Stampin' Up! Punches, but I just think it's just fresh. Huge change from the last one I showed you that had more of that nostalgic vintage flair, and this is much more modern and fresh. So it really runs the range for you to create pretty things. So with all ado, please visit my blog, stampinpretty.com. I hope you enjoyed the sneak peeks that I had for you today. We'll get to continue ordering in the near future. The catalog will be available June 1st, 2017 for people to start ordering some of these fun products. And I plan to wow you over the next month and a half until June 1st with samples and ideas, and of course beyond that. So I'm excited. I truly feel in the 8 years I've been with Stampin' Up, this is our greatest offering, and I love the dies and the coordination and the in colors, and I could go on and on. But thank you for joining me today for my video of the new Stampin' Up products. Bye bye.